In Perth, and I would like to welcome Ms. Angela Castro of Study Perth.
Okay, thank you very much. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
My name is Angela Castro and I represent Study Perth. Thank you so much, Adriana, for inviting us here today. It's a pleasure to be speaking to you. I've been asked to talk about studying English in Perth, and that's basically what we do. We basically will go to different regions around the world trying to talk about the benefits of studying in Perth. You might not know a lot of the things that I'm going to mention here, but Perth is actually internationally renowned for the education. Some of the institutions, including UWA, are ranked as top institutions in the world in the rankings. So specifically, I'm going to talk about English. But I need to start with a few little points that I'm not sure if you know. You might have chosen Perth for a particular reason. When we go trying to sell Perth around the world, try to tell people about all these little things that they don't know are happening here. So I thought maybe it would be good to show you a few of these points, because you might not know that Perth is actually renowned for its research, or that it's one of the top 10 most livable cities in the world. So before I get to studying English in Perth, I just want to show you a few little things about Perth, okay? So, about Study Perth. We are a member-based, not-for-profit organization. We get funded by the government to sell Perth as a study destination. So we have, as members, we have all the five universities in Perth, plus a number of vocational English schools. And like I said before, we basically go around the world spreading the news about Perth. That's what you are. So basically, as you probably already know, Western Australia is a very large state. That's just a little sample of how many countries you can fit in Western Australia, Italy being one of them, just a little one amongst all the other ones. Occupies 1/3 of the country and approximately 1.8 million. 2.2 million people live in Western Australia and 1.8 live in the metropolitan area. And as you will probably notice at some point, hopefully in summer, you'll get the chance to experience beautiful beaches, because we actually are bordered by 12.5 kilometers of coastline in the Indian Ocean. If you haven't been there, you need to go there. Cottesloe Beach, very popular. Now in this slide here, we normally, when we are in different countries around the world, we want to show how easy it is for students to get to their campuses from the Perth CBD. So as you can see in this slide, you have all the way north in Joondalup, ECU and County University, and all the way south, the University of Notre Dame, all connected very easily by the train line, which is that grey lines that you see there. But I'm not sure if you knew this, but if you don't like to take the train, Western Australia is actually the top state in Australia for the use of bicycles. So apparently 18% of Australians cycle each day, but in Western Australia 22% of people cycle. So that's a very good point about being here. We're very environmentally friendly. Now, not many people know these rankings, and it's very good for you to know that you've chosen the right city to live, to migrate, to study, or to have a working holiday. Perth is number 10 of the most livable cities in the world. And this is by the Economist Intelligence Unit. I did not make that up. That's actually rankings and statistics. Named Perth as one of the best cities to live in the world, and this takes into consideration, of course, the economy, as well as pollution, how easy it is to get around, cost of living. So Perth is actually up there, so you made a very, very good decision. As well, we've been ranked number 25 best student city in the world. So what that means is that students that choose to come and study here in Perth are going to find a very easy to get around city with lots of benefits for students. And number 25 out of thousands of cities in the world, that's definitely a very, very good thing. So if you're here studying, again, you've chosen the right city to be. This is obviously comparing Perth to like Boston and New York or London, who are obviously very big student cities. So Perth is actually also up there. Now, one of the things that we're very proud of here in Perth is that we're actually the most multicultural state of Australia when it comes to student life. So we do have the pleasure of seeing people from all over the world studying our institutions, not only universities, also English institutions and vocational institutions. So statistically, we have the least number of student population from North and South Asia, which is not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, but when it comes to student diversity, it's very important for people, for students overseas, to know that when they come to Perth, they will not just be sitting next to only people from China and Malaysia, they will actually be surrounded by people from Brazil, Colombia, Pakistan, Taiwan, many different countries in the world. So statistically, our student population from North and South Asia is only 69%. That's a bit small compared to South Australia, Victoria, or New South Wales that have 88 and 79% respectively. So that's another great reason to choose Perth as a study destination. You get to meet and hang out with people from all over the world, which also enhances your experience as a student or as a new migrant to Perth. Now, University of Western Australia has its own Nobel Prize award winner, and that's Dr. Barry Marshall. Now, with these two slides coming up, I just want to show you that Perth is actually a very international renowned research center. It is a hub for innovation and technology. So, in science, we have a Nobel Prize award winner. We also have the first dementia trial that's taking place currently at Edith Cowan University, so it's the first of its kind in the world. As well as the Square Kilometre Array, which is a project, a joint venture between 4 of the largest state universities. So who would have thought that Perth has the largest supercomputer in the Southern Hemisphere? That's actually a very large project that puts Perth on the world map. Now, I need to say that the university, County University, has one of the best performing arts schools in the world. It's ranked number 25 amongst all the performing arts schools. And these are some of the people that have graduated from WAPA, Western Australia Academy of Performing Arts, located at ECU. So you might recognize these faces. You got Sam Worthington, Heath Ledger, and Hugh Jackman. They are either from Perth or trained here in Perth. I just want to add there that ECU, Edith Cowan University, was just ranked number 50 out of the 100. Number 100 out of the under 50 universities in the world. So it is a very young university, but it is top university from those universities that are quite new and not with as much history as UWA, for example. Now, why is Perth a great place to study? Now, if you're here on a student visa or on a working holiday visa, if you're studying in Perth, you will all get 40% discount on all public transport. Now, Western Australia has been offering this for many, many years. It has just recently been introduced in the East Coast. I believe Sydney is now offering 35% discount on transport to international students. But here in Perth, in WA, we've been doing that for many, many years. And we offer 40% discount. So whether you're an international student or a domestic student, everybody gets 40% discount, which is a great benefit for studying here in Perth. Now, if you're here on a student visa and you are doing a PhD or postgraduate degree by research or coursework and you have dependents, Western Australia is the only state that offers free education for the dependents of students doing a postgraduate degree by coursework or research. So that's another benefit of being here in Perth as a student. So I already mentioned this, we have a wide variety of schools, vocational institutions, and English language colleges. Universities, like I mentioned before, they're all at the forefront of research and innovation projects. Now this is one here to talk about very briefly. Just want to mention a few things about studying English in Perth. Now, the English language intensive course for overseas students is referred as ELICO. So when you are going around trying to find an English college, and if you hear the word, ELICOs, that's what it stands for. So every private school or university that offers English, they're referred to as ELICOs, colleges. You can study all the way from 1 week all the way to 52 weeks if you prefer. If you're on a tourist or working holiday visa, the maximum you can study, I believe, is 12 weeks. So going to a private college and doing a weekly English course is probably a great way to try to get your English skills up. Flexible commencement dates means that a lot of the small private colleges offer intakes every Monday. So most likely, if you make the decision today that you want to enroll in an English course at one of the private colleges, you could most likely start on Monday if you're there very soon and register. So there's no really limit on the number of weeks that you can study. Perhaps the larger centers for English, like perhaps the one here at UWA or Curtin English, they might be a little bit more strict with their intake dates and a minimum number of weeks. But if you want us to do a 4-week English course just to practice a little bit, you can contact one of the small private providers. Now, there's a range of different English courses that you can take at any Perth institution. You can just do a general English course if you just want to learn basic English, if you just need to get yourself a little bit of grammar in there. A general English course is probably a very good idea. You can also do a little more specialized courses like academic English if you are thinking about perhaps doing a postgraduate degree or perhaps enrolling at university. You might benefit from doing an academic specialized English course or business English. Some of the institutions here in Perth offer business specialized English courses, as well as exam preparation. So perhaps if you're applying for a postgraduate degree, or I'm not sure, perhaps to get your qualification assessed, you might need to prove or show that you have an IELTS score of 6.5, depending on the course that you're doing or the level of assessment that you are going for. Most universities would ask for a minimum IELTS of 6 all the way to 7.5 to do an undergrad degree. For postgraduate degrees, you probably need to show a 7, or you need to score a 7 minimum on your IELTS. So some of the English schools here offer IELTS and preparation, which is IELTS is the exam that's recognized here in Australia. But if you're going back to Europe, to Italy, you might want to consider doing a Cambridge exam, which I believe is recognized in Europe more than the IELTS. They recognize the Cambridge exam, so there are a lot of schools here that also offer the Cambridge exam preparation and also do the Cambridge exam here. Like I mentioned before, you can choose to do your English course at a university, which UWA has the English Center Studies, CELT, Center for English Language course. Then you have Curtin University also has a Center for English Studies. You will be, don't quote me on this one, but if you're looking at a larger university, larger institution, you will probably be looking at $350 per week minimum. They might have some deals, some special prices. They might have promotions like 12 in a row for 12, get 1 or 2 weeks for free. But the smaller institutions, the private institutions such as perhaps language links or PIEs, they are a little bit more flexible with their intakes, like I mentioned before, and perhaps a little bit cheaper. You might be looking at $250, $280 a week. Again, they run specials, they run promotions, roll for 4, get 1 free sort of thing. But yeah, prices vary, but don't get surprised. The prices are quoted per week. Again, some might have a minimum of 4 weeks enrollment, and most of the times they will have an enrollment fee or an administration admission fee. Now, as with Study Perth, we are very proud of our diversity of the nationality mix here in Perth. So every year we put together, we organize an international student festival, which is now supported and sponsored by the city of Perth. So if you're here in March next year, we welcome you to join us in this really fun day of celebrating our multiculturalism. And of course you can follow us, join us, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. We're all in all social media. Social media. And if you need to get in touch with other people, if you want to get advice from someone who's been here studying in Perth for a while, like us on Facebook, you can connect with other people studying here in Perth. And that's it for me, very short, sweet. And if you have any questions, please, I'll be here during the question session. And I will also leave my business card if you want any more information, if you want perhaps a list of schools that you'll be interested in. I can definitely help you with that. I can help you get in touch with the institution. And please also grab one of our bright, nice Study Perth bags. Take 2 if you want, brought plenty. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Angela. This was a very useful